What's good, squad? It's the big homie SB23 back at you with some more words of wisdom. Today we're gonna have a conversation about relaxing because it's not that serious. Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel SB23 Chosen 123 on YouTube. Those are both my channels. You'll get these gems on both channels. I appreciate each and every one of y'all for stopping by, hanging out with the big homie, soaking up the knowledge, spreading it to whoever might need it. I'm hoping that you're having a good day, and I'm sending love out your way. So, the conversation today is relax. It's not that serious. And I was inspired to make this one because a lot of situations in life, they will arise, and they might feel serious in the moment, but in all reality, it's really not that deep. You know what I'm saying? I think that we get caught up in our emotions, you know, and you might get triggered off of something that happens, or something that somebody says, or just different life scenarios, you know what I mean? And what we have to understand is that these things come and go. Just like emotions are fleeting, these type of situations are also fleeting. So instead of being so quick to react to something, you got to know when is a good time to be serious and when's a good time to take things lightly. So if something arises within your situation or scenario in your life, and it seems like it's really a big deal, a lot of times it's really not. Like, when you break it down and when you get past the scenario and then you think about it afterwards, it really wasn't that big of a deal, especially if you know your truth. You know what I'm saying? So there are things that are going to come up that are going to present themselves, and oftentimes it's a test to see how you're going to handle something, especially if it's something that you've dealt with for a long time and you had a habit of handling it one way. It'll keep showing up in your existence as a test to see if you're going to grow, if you're ever going to grow out of that same pattern and handle it a different way. So it might be a situation, like a life situation, like you might be in a certain scenario, and just by being in that scenario, it causes different emotions within you to be tested. Like work, like say if you're in a work scenario, and maybe there's somebody at your workplace who y'all don't get along, you know what I'm saying? But you have no choice but to interact and work around or with this person in order to get the work that you need to get done. You know what I'm saying? Instead of when somebody is trying to get a rise out of you, or maybe they're trying to make you feel some type of way, instead of letting your emotions get taken over by their actions, you have to be strong enough and strong-willed enough to hold your own and know your own truth within yourself, that no matter what they say or they try to do, it doesn't move you off of your square. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't move you off of your foundation, because people in life are going to try to test you to see how they can manipulate you in order to make you move a certain way. And when you grow and you work on yourself, your inner self, the things that used to bother you before are laughable now. You know what I'm saying? Because those things don't affect you at all. It's like when somebody's trying to antagonize you, oftentimes what they're really doing is showing you how weak they are, because only a weak person attacks somebody else's character. You know what I'm saying? If somebody is a certain way and you're trying to make them, and you're trying to paint the picture that they are that way, there's something within you that is weak, that you feel like you need to attack their character, whether you're doing it openly or if you're doing it behind closed doors. There's something within you that's weak, because you don't have self-esteem enough within yourself to look at your own scenario and figure out what it is about you that makes you feel some type of way about this person, So you attack them and try to get them to stoop down to your level. You know what I'm saying? But when you've worked on yourself and you've done the things that you need to grow, it doesn't matter what people say about you or they try to say to you or whatever picture they're trying to paint to you, to other people, or whatever the case may be. None of that stuff affects you because you know your truth. So it's like, no matter what they say or what they try to do, it just bounces off of you. It's like a fly. It's like a gnat that's in the air, and they're coming around buzzing, and you hear the buzz, and all you do is just swat them away and go on about your day. You know what I'm saying? Like, there is no big emotions that comes with it. There's no big fight that's gonna come with it. There's no big pushback from you. It's just like, oh, you're here again? Okay, swat it away and get it up out your area. You know what I'm saying? And again, with those people, they give themselves away because they'll try to insult you and they'll try to say stuff about you, but refuse to look in the mirror at themselves and take accountability. You know what I'm saying? And half the time, the reason why they're upset is because has to do with something that they're causing. You know what I'm saying? They're causing the issue, and because you won't conform to them and stoop down to their level, they attack you for it, and they're mad at you because you won't do what they want you to do. But it's like, you know that what they're trying to get you to do, you don't have to do. Especially if somebody's saying that let's say somebody was supposed to do something and they told you they were going to do it, and then they decide that they're not only are they not going to do what they said they were going to do, they're now going to try to make it seem like there's something wrong with you because you refused to do something for them when they didn't do what they said they were going to do first. You know what I'm saying? It was like, so then they attack you and say a whole bunch of nonsense that they think is supposed to hurt your feelings, or that they think that you're supposed to care about, or whatever the case may be. And it's like, yo, you don't even care because you know your truth at the end of the day. So they can say whatever they want to say. They can try to do whatever they want to do, but it doesn't change the fact that on the inside, they know they're wrong. And on the inside, you know what I'm saying? But to the outside world, they put on this facade. So that's what I'm saying when it comes down to that. It's not that serious, because half the time, a lot of those scenarios don't even be that serious. It's laughable. It's like, yo, how could I even be upset about you, whatever you got to say about me, when it's very visible that you don't have it all together. You know what I'm saying? You're trying to attack somebody who one is not doing nothing to you, first off, not causing you no drama, not causing you no issues, very easygoing. You know what I'm saying? Very much so. If you come correct, everything goes smoothly, and you notice. But because you want to move in little manipulative ways and try to get your way under the incognito movements that you make, when you get called out, you get upset, you know, because again, somebody's deciding that they're not going to conform to the way that you would like them to conform. You know what I'm saying? And really what is it is because you were used to that person conforming to you in the past, but now they're not. So now you're upset because you can't get your way when you used to be able to get your way, but now you can't. But why is it? Because that person realized, okay, you keep playing these games and I'm tired of playing the games. I'm not playing the game no more. I refuse to play the game with you. So now you got to sit there within your own stupid little game that you're playing and feel dumb. And then because you feel dumb, now you got to make up scenarios in your own mind to justify why you're acting the way you're acting, when really, if you just do what you said you were going to do from the get-go, there wouldn't even be this issue. You know what I'm saying? There wouldn't be an issue at all. And really the issue is with you. Because if you just did what you said you were going to do, then you would get the result that you're trying to get. But really, you're not trying to get that result because you want to have some sort of control over something. And that's really what it's about. You know what I'm saying? So it's funny how things in life work, and how somebody could try to insult you, but then also in the same sense admit that they look up to you in some sort of way, or they're in some sort of way, because that person is paying way more attention to you than you're paying to them. And then they, in their mind, feel like the only way they can get at you is by slandering your name in some sort of way, or trying to make you feel some type of way about whatever. And it's like, yo, you can never make me feel like nothing, because I know who I am at my core. You know what I'm saying? So that's the message for today, y'all. Don't let nobody try to make you get all serious and get in your feels and try to feel some type of way because they take a dig at you. They try to take a low dig at you that it don't even make sense either. It's not even like it's a good dig. It's like it don't even make any sense at all what you're saying. But in your mind, it sounds good, and you think that that's what's gonna get somebody to react. You know what I'm saying? But it doesn't. It's just like all it does is make you look dumb, because it's like, why would you even? The fact that you even went that low shows what quality of person you are. It doesn't make decision. It doesn't make the scenario go any differently. You did all that and still didn't get your way. So it's like, what was the point of that? You just wasted your own energy. And again, while within that, let me, or whoever it is that is going through the scenario, know that not only have you not grown at all, but you're paying way more attention to me than I'm paying to you. So who's really the whatever? You know what I'm saying? So it's just that type of stuff. And again, that could be in any scenario. It could be work related. It could be relationship related. It could be whatever. I mean, I guess that's really those two things. You know, relationships, jobs. That's really when you interact with friendships. It could be friend related. Yeah, it could be friend related. It could be that. You know what I'm saying? So that's just how it goes, y'all. You know, people are gonna be in their feels about stuff. When somebody can't control you, they're going to throw a temper tantrum and do and say random ridiculous stuff that don't even make sense, first off. And then secondly, try to, again, paint you in a certain way to, in their own mind, that seemingly must make them feel better about themselves, but really at the end of the day, they're projecting. You know what I'm saying? It's all projection. Because if what they were saying had any validity, then why would they even be talking to you in the first place? You know what I'm saying? Why would they even be pulling up with you in the first place, saying the things that they're saying if they felt that way? Why are you even interacting at all? You know what I'm saying? So the fact that they want to, because this is the thing, when people do that, when they try to bait you into having a back and forth with them, or when they try to throw digs, that's to get a reaction out of you. That's to make you feel some type of way, so that you're going to retaliate, so that you're going to then go back and forth with them, and they get the energy that they want to get from you. You know what I'm saying? It's not even necessarily about anything else other than them getting some sort of energy from you that they were used to getting, but you're no longer giving to them anymore. You know what I'm saying? And that makes them even more mad, because again, when they're used to a certain thing and then they can't get that no more, that makes them even more mad, because they felt like at one point they had control over you, because they could get you to react in a certain way. But then once that's taken away, they realize they don't have any power. You know what I'm saying? And people who are in control like that, they hate when they feel powerless. You know what I'm saying? They hate that. And it eats them up. You know what I'm saying? So that's why my advice to anybody out there is that never take anything serious. Now, if somebody was trying to play around with like physically trying to harm you or something like that, you know what I mean, or putting threats on your life or something like that, now you want to take that seriously. But if it's just some stuff they just saying that you done heard them say 1,000 times, but it doesn't make no sense, it's like, don't even feed into that. Don't even let that sway you. Don't let that deter. And then look at the quality of their life and what they're talking about. You know what I'm saying? And how they're moving within their lives. and weigh it out. Like, okay, the only reason why somebody would even say some stuff like that is because they're already super low. They vibrate on a low frame, and they have low self-esteem. Anybody that tries to dig at your character and try to make you feel some type of way about yourself has low self-esteem, because if you had high self-esteem, you wouldn't even approach somebody else that way. You know what I'm saying? Because you have respect for yourself, so you're gonna come respectful to somebody else. Even if you have an issue with them, you're gonna come respectful because you have high self-esteem. You're not gonna take digs at them and try to make them feel some type of way. But when you have low self-esteem, you have to stoop to those lows, because that's where you're at within your life. You're not happy, you're not joyous, you're not having a good time within your life. So you got to take a dig at somebody to try to bring them down to where you're at so that you can feel better. And that's a sad life to live. I'm sorry that's just a fact. That's a sad life to live. And I, for one, am glad that I'm not like that, and I don't move like that. Even if I have an issue with somebody, I'm gonna come to them respectfully and say, hey, listen, this is the issue I'm having. How can we work this out? You know what I'm saying? I don't need to call you a name or try to paint your character some sort of way to people who don't even care in the first place, and to try to get my point across. You know what I'm saying? I have way more self-esteem and hold myself in way more high regards than that. So you should do the same way. If somebody's coming to you like that, don't even trip off of that stuff. Don't even stoop down to their level. Don't even give them the time of day or energy to go back and forth between them, because 9 times out of 10, they know they're the one causing the issue. You know what I'm saying? They know deep down, no matter what they say to nobody else, no matter what they say to you, they know they're the one causing the issue. You know what I mean? Because there's been a multitude of other scenarios between y'all two to where things go very smoothly. So if that's the case, then it has to be something. It can't be that you are cooperative in all of these other scenarios, but then you're just totally different in this scenario. No, you've been consistently like this, and since that is the case, then it must be the other person who's creating the issues, because you're not bringing them no drama. You know what I'm saying? You're not saying no negative stuff to them. You know what I'm saying? You're not doing nothing to this person at all. But they create, in their mind, they create these scenarios that they paint you as the villain. And remember, I said in one of my videos, sometimes the hero has to play the villain again. But these are the people who will run to you when they have an issue. As soon as something goes wrong in their life and they got an issue, they're running to you like, yo, I got so-and-so going on. Can you help me out? You know what I'm saying? So that's what's funny about it, because in 1 minute, they try to make it seem like you ain't nothing. But then as soon as something goes wrong in their life, you're the person they're calling to try to get them out of that scenario. Make it make sense, people. You know what I mean? But that's just the message for today. Don't take nothing serious. Don't take too many of these things in life seriously. People are going to say what they're going to say. They're going to do what they're going to do. At the end of the day, you know who you are. You know who you are. You know how you operate. You know how you move. And you know how you keep it. And you just keep doing that. And the universe is going to take care of them. You don't have to do nothing. The universe is going to take care of all that negative energy that they're sending to you. Is going to be sent right back to them, because that's not where you're operating in. So they're going to have to feel all that negativity that they spewed out. It's going to come back on them, and they're going to eat their own words like they always do. So that's the message for today, y'all. It ain't that serious. Let them be them. You continue being you. You stay high vibrational. You don't stoop down to that level, and everything's going to work out for you, because that's just the way that the world works. Universal law. What you put out into the world is going to come back. So if you out here and you saying negative things to people and trying to treat them a certain way because you feel some type of way, and you're in the wrong, actually, you're going to have to pay double time, because now not only were you initially in the wrong, but then now you also are in the wrong and then wronging somebody else who didn't do nothing to you. You know what I mean? So you're double wrong. So you're going to get double the punishment when it comes back from the universe. You know what I mean? That's just the way it works, y'all. But it's the big homie. I'ma holla.